Another episode of Bonding with Boogie and the Precious Perspective. And it is your host, Boogie Ogoon. Him a thee, him for knee, him the G, him who doesn't hide, him who seeks, him with the shortest arms, him still with the longest reach. And my boy, of course.
Precious with a precious perspective. And per usual, always a pleasure to be down here with you, black man. We got my boy Real Duncan on the board.
For sure.
And we here another day, getting to it. Beginning the new year, man. I'm glad to be here.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah.
And I've been actually, with New Year's, I made some New Year resolutions, so we say. I said I was going to slow down on alcohol. And I ran into a bad hangover. So as of now, and usually I probably would have had a drink by now, I'm 4 days, not drinking alcohol.
Not drink.
And you know what I'm saying? 4 days may sound like it's not a lot. But today, our podcast, I would have a cocktail. I made it my business not to have a cocktail. I haven't gambled on my gambling apps in about 5 days.
Okay.
So, I don't feel any different, but I do notice it in my bank account as far as drinking and gambling. You know what I'm saying? So, not to say I'll never gamble again, not to say I'll never drink again, but one thing that I was coming into the new year saying is that I need to cut out on both of those, and not cut out completely because I enjoy a cocktail and I do enjoy gambling and winning some money sometime, hit or miss. But I did tell myself that those were two things that I was coming into the new year pretty much trying to
alter.
Yeah, trying to get it better than what it was.
And that's dope though, because I feel like a lot of times people look at the whole New Year resolution shit as like end all be all shit, when it's like really fasting is important.
Yeah.
And so this is simply just a fast for you. For some people, it look different and shit. That's dope, because again, like you said, you enjoy these things, but I think when we step away from them, it be for a multitude of reasons, whether it be you trying to direct your attention somewhere else, whether it be you don't find it useful for you, whatever your reason to fast, that's up to you. And I feel like more people should kind of intermit or use fasting, you feel me? Like, because you understand that you not, like we were saying in the last episode, you're not just going to change overnight, but there are little things that you could do to just alter your reality. And so, again, shout out to you, 4 days. Either way.
Clean,
you know
for sure. So, like I said, it's big for me because I know how
especially
I drink.
here, though. Like, again, with it being the show, you usually have.
And I know, how I drink and when I drink. And, I'm not a fuck it. 7 days out of the week, I probably drink 4 of those days, which that's too much. So, just cutting back on the lid. Just like I say, gambling. I gamble more than I drink. So, those are two things that I just was like, it's, and ultimately they're not useful. Most gamblers, and I said most, 85%. Gamblers lose more than they win. It's just what it is. And alcohol every day is not, as much as you may enjoy it, is not useful to you at all. You know what I'm saying? Unless you've become an alcoholic and can't live. And I don't want to say can't live without it, but some people do get sick and check from not having something that they've had. It's people who've been smoking squares for 70 years and won't stop smoking squares because they feel like if they stop smoking squares, they will die.
About something bad.
Some people make it long, some people don't. So that's just how it's to each his own. And to each his own is a real thing, because some people drink every day and outlive people.
It work for motherfuckers, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people smoke cigarettes every day, outlive people. Some people gamble every day, win, hit big, and can do whatever, whatever. But moving along, no main topic for this show. I just wanted to talk about, some current topics and, just the media world in general. I'll start off with Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty allegedly is back, and I want to say federal jail. They really didn't say if Pooh Shiesty got caught with anything. They really kind of making it seem like the Fuck the Fed song got him booked. Just like, they just on bullshit with you, So I don't know the details, and do I not nor care really. I was happy to see him out. You know, we talked about Pooh Shiesty on here and how you know, we thought he was impactful before he went in.
Yeah. They're like, I believe now, we was just kind of talking about off camera, we was talking about quarter zips. And I think that the trend was kind of making fun of like we need to elevate. Like quarter zips are a step up from hoodies. Like hoodies are threatening, and so quarter zips are a nice whatever. Cool. Saying that to say, or to make the comparison of like, we need to elevate and rap, like in regard to understanding. I think that at one point, rap and hip hop was really about, you know,
culture.
Yeah. And now it is about culture, but it's a non-progressive culture. Like even thinking about NWA and fuck the police and all of it, it was like,
it was a stance for something.
Injustice.
Yeah, it just wasn't straight gang banging shit. It was a stance for our people.
Yeah.
And like you say, now it's just, like you say, non-progressive. It's just a bunch of, it's really no
true substance.
No purpose. No, you know what I'm saying? It's just killing, sliding, name, op dropping. It's really like nothing, no way that even the people that we expect to thrive in this game, the fact that these rappers have become so real, meaning like I'm assuming back in the day, it were some street rappers, maybe not to the magnitude that we have now, but all the rappers want to be real now, or are trying to show us that they're real. So they got to keep one foot in the streets, one foot in the rap. And it's just fucked up because that way it's always going to be some talented individuals. And because even if, you know, to say that we still like some of this non-progressive music.
Yes, for sure. FDO, for that. Yeah, fuck the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with it.
So we like some of this non-progressive music that we talk about. But it's like, and like I said, at the end of the day, these are their decisions. And we speak peace, we speak positivity, we can't control
what they do.
They do and how they move and how they choose to rock. But it's just fucked up that we'll always see talented individuals, because it could be women, it could be, talented artists that are too entrenched, maybe not make it because of prison time, because of actual death, because of whichever one,
Yeah. And I think that the value in which is placed in that type of, I guess, content is ultimately what I'm saying we need to change. Because like you say, it is catchy, but that's intentional. Like they wouldn't put it out if niggas wasn't gonna rock with it. But I think that going back to what we were saying in that transition in rap, and you was talking about streets, I'm so glad that we was on honestly the same frequency today without even having to talk about what we were going to discuss. But I wanted to discuss that, as well as like, I don't remember if we ever talked about how a couple of the rappers was saying fuck the streets, and then there was other rappers who was like, how you gonna say fuck the streets and you come from the streets, da 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 da. And it's like, nigga, just because I made it out of this environment and it made me, nigga, you can say, yeah, the streets made you, whether it was on some street shit successful, so you known to do whatever the fuck you do there, or wealth, it provided you, okay, bet. But nigga, that don't mean that it was good. That don't mean just because I was able to think about, nigga, I'm one in a million. Ultimately, there's so many people who don't get to go this route. So for me to look back and say fuck the streets, if I was, you know what I'm saying, in that, is because it's understanding that, bro, I done lost so much shit there, and you can take it good or bad. Everybody's, my motto, perception is precious. You can have whatever ideology behind it that you want, But one thing that you're not gonna argue me outside of when we saw groups and we didn't see when we heard about groups like the Black Panthers and the Fruit of Islam when Malcolm X and all them was doing that shit, like niggas not I guess as unified and progressive in those type movements. So it's like the content that we putting out is gonna continue to be, and I hate to use this term, but low vibrational. You feel me? Like it's intentional because it's gonna keep us in the same, it's gonna keep us in the same value system. And I think that's where we need to be altered and we need to change. So again, we can't tell Pooh Shiesty don't rap about guns or don't whatever. You just got out of jail, be smart, whatever the case. He gonna do what he do. But at the same time, I think as consumers of content, we have to shift our concentration because ultimately that shit's not conducive and it sound good. But that's because that's the program. That's what we've been accustomed to. And so I'll ask you, and Real, if you choose to chime in as well, being a motherfucker who then did what you then did, whatever, however you then moved, how do you feel about the idea of fuck the streets?
I do say all the time that sometime I didn't go the route that I went. Not to say I'm a hardcore criminal, not to say
on me, yeah.
But sometimes I say to myself, I wish that I didn't go the route that I went. And it's only really for one main reason, is because the L's I done took as far as the people I done lost.
Yeah.
And I was still gonna lose people whether I got involved or not. But what I'm saying is, when you're in the streets, you lose more people than others. If I was a nigga just going to college and didn't have street ties and ties to individuals in the streets, I wouldn't have probably went through as much death as I've been through in my life. As far as I got so many close homies because of the lifestyle that we lived. You feel me? Brothers at this point, in whatever way, we done been with each other for double-digit amount of years. We grew up from high school up until this point. We still hang. So that be really the only thing. Sometimes I be thinking about the school route and that type of shit. But for the most part, I enjoy the streets. I had fun in the streets. I did what I did in the streets. And the streets, no matter what people may think of me, I know who I am, made me the person that I am today. As far as survival tactics, as far as being cautious, as far as things that you probably wouldn't have learned unless you were just around people in the streets or unless you were in them yourself. And like I said, I talk about the school route. I talk about if my parents would have kept me sheltered route, it would have been things that I would have been not open to outside. It would have been things that I was blind to. And it's still things that even when you're in the streets, you still be blinded by. But just being in the position I was put in, no, I just because I've lost the people I lost, I won't say fuck the streets. Because that's really the only reason why I would say it. Because I lost so many people to them. But as far as what it made me, as far as even the people I lost, what it made them, regardless on whichever way how the street life played out for them, what I remember them as and how, the impact they had on my life, no, I couldn't say, I wouldn't say fuck the streets. Maybe to my son, I would. For the kids coming up, because I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? We've been through it. So to the youth, I would say fuck the streets, but and even now I would say it for the cause of change, the cause of letting kids know that the nigga, this what come with that shit. You gonna be dead, or the niggas you came up with gonna be dead. You feel me?
Right.
So the streets made me the nigga that I am. The hustle, the bustle, the mentality, and I'm 100% confident in who I am. So like I said, no, I wouldn't say fuck the streets on some how it kind of looked like the streets and the rappers was saying it. Now, fuck the streets right now, baby. Bro, because it just wasn't fuck the streets.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I like I said, for the youth, for the cause, for the culture, yes, it is fuck the streets. And for my own personal reasons, like I said, if it wasn't for the streets, the brothers that I do have that I lost that I call brothers, I probably wouldn't have been close to them, which could have been a good or bad thing for me now. Because I battle with slight depression from that shit. I battle with tears and cries from that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I won't say fuck the streets because I was there. I did it. My past is my past. My now is my now. So fuck the streets for the future? Yes. But as far as my past, as far as even who I am now and how I'm like, no, I wouldn't be able to just outright be like, it's fuck the streets. It's fuck the streets. It's fuck the and I guess when people, and I guess that's what everybody who was making a point when they were saying that no, you can't say fuck the streets, because I guess they was making the point of
it made you,
nigga, and it hurt you. It did take a lot of shit from you, but whichever way you went, it was gonna be things that took shit. You was gonna lose shit regardless. You was gonna, now maybe at the rate that you did it, or how many the numbers of how many things you lost. But life is life. You're gonna lose people, you're gonna lose things, you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna lose relationships. So I don't know if my life would have been completely perfect or that's extreme. Yeah. Well, no, but I don't know how my life, if it would have been a better life or not, if I would have went different routes. I don't know that. Yeah. So I can't speak for that. Yeah. I can only speak for what I know, who I am, and what I've been through. So as far as the cause, as far as being in the streets, seeing the streets, getting fucked up in the streets, seeing niggas get fucked up in the streets, then thinking you finna go to jail, going to jail, no. Fuck the streets. It ain't for nobody. It's not.
And so this is my thing. This is why, again, as I guess a nigga from the porch, I can say, or I would say, fuck the streets, maybe then, now, whenever, and kind of because I think Lil Herb said it recently and received not much, but a little bit of backlash. Mm-hmm. And I think from his perspective, it was because he said it under a picture of like his family, like his daughter, son, fiance, whatever the case. And I'm sure it was from a place of comparison, in the sense of, it's so many of my niggas who would never have this. The streets ain't doing shit like this. You know what I'm saying? And for me, understanding that you see so many people who take the street route and don't be for the streets, and that ain't no place to play. You dead. And so I feel like it's fuck the streets because, nigga, you choose to be there. Some people born in, family, cousin, tied in, whatever, all that shit, cool. But that's a conscious decision to continue to participate in activities that may or may not be beneficial to you. And so, as we've seen in a lot of people's cases, it's not beneficial. You have those few and those people who can build bonds and create relationships where this is conducive. But for the most part, you going out and dying on other motherfuckers' property and claiming and banging and doing on other niggas' blocks that when gentrification come about, they move your ass from over here anyway. And all you is a memory of where you used to be on the corner.
And you gonna be telling niggas that's your block forever, and it's not.
It's not. You feel me? And so for me, it always, because again, I get being drafted. I get, and even in the sense
falling into it, lingering.
I was about to say, but understanding that that's a decision that you know that this could end terribly for me or even somebody that I love, because that's always been my thing. I feel like I'm protected by the Most High, or my luck be like, I'm not never worried about me. I'm worried about the extensions of me. I'm worried about my family more so than I'm worried about me, because I feel like God I ain't gonna say always look out as if he don't always look out for everybody, but I feel like, hey, whatever is for me, I'm willing to accept. I'm not willing to accept me doing something and the actions coming back on you or the actions coming back on Paris. So it's always been clear for me, like, that shit seemed cool, but I get some money. I talk to some bitches. Like, I do other shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, not to say that, like you said, that's the right or wrong thing to do, but I feel like we learn at different paces and rates. And so even the same shit that I feel like a street nigga may know in regard to whether it's stealing, finessing, killing, whatever, is some motherfucker in a suit, tie, Wall Street, whatever, that's doing twice as much than you doing on your block. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I always kind of felt like the street mentality keeps an individual, not all, but can keep some people either trapped literally on that block, because not is you done got killed on this block, not is Joe block, low block, whoever block, which to us, that sounds cool and that sounds memorable. That's how you honor your homie. But at the end of the day, that's fucking Calumet. That's fucking normal. That's fucking these other people's names.
Y'all done fuck these people property value up on
you know what I'm saying? Now niggas don't want to live over here. It's no good. So I feel like for me, when people was even talking about it, it's like, damn, I only hope that it means that we're looking to transition to a more progressive state of mind, because the streets obviously ain't it. I understand the power of the streets. I understand grassroots community. I understand being able to connect. Like, because again, gang banging and all that, you get locked in with niggas. You damn near, like you said, link with niggas. We grew up on 78th Aberdeen. You click with niggas from where you go to school at every day. And now you got a whole nother family, a whole nother set of resources that, whether it's on some gang banging shit or some life shit, that's willing to look out for you. You build connection. And so I do believe in that aspect of it. But as far as the streets, we finessing and killing and smoking each other, nah, that don't make sense to me. I can't honor that. I can't stamp that for real. For real.
For sure. Hey, like I said, it's for sure fuck the streets. For these kids, for my kids, for their kids, for your kid, for the elderly, for like, it's fuck the streets, bro. No nobody, you know what I'm saying? It's really it's only nigga bloodshed, tears, and funerals and prison time with this shit. That's it, that's all. You know, but so few niggas make it out. Yeah.
And all that shit still come with making it out. Like, you're not avoiding that shit at all. You can make it out. I guarantee you somebody gonna die before you make it. Your ass gonna catch a case before you make it. Your ass gonna get shot or hit upside the head or some shit like that before you make it.
Like, you gotta go through that to make it.
You got to. Especially playing in the streets. That's the only way you're gonna make it. And that kind of tap into like what y'all was saying as far as like the streets made niggas, because it's like, shit,
that's their stories.
Yeah, and even it's like, nigga, when you coming up, like for say like niggas like Jeezy and shit like that, like, who was banning all Jeezy music? Street niggas, trap niggas. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo motherfucking your fan base is what you rap about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's gonna get you where. So if you appealing and pleading to a lot of street niggas, how you gonna say fuck the streets when you been basically, because it's kind of like, nigga, you've been basically lying to us all this motherfucking time. Like, you've been promoting the streets. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Pied Piper, like, leading us down this lame ass path and making us think that it's or not even making us because the nigga can't force you. But you see what I'm saying? Like
But
pioneering this shit, this movement
But
of
we
the
talk about
streets
brainwaves. We talk about
shit
radio
like that
waves. We
and
talk
all that
about
shit. So it's
we
like,
talk about the music.
frequencies.
And now we talked about that several times. I understand the movie Sinners now. I understand it now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it, but
it was deep.
I understand it
and
now.
So check me out, bro. And I ain't gonna even put him out there, but I know a guy, and these are not views of my own. These are views of someone that I know. Nigga cannot stand Martin Luther King. Like, he believes that Martin Luther King was really a pioneer for our destruction, in a sense that he preached integration, but integration isn't truly like what was beneficial for us as a people. It was good for America because now motherfucker can take from us and do like, you can treat us, or you can say like, oh yeah, equal and civil rights and all that, but you still treat us like shit.
It's just to their benefit because now y'all get more workers.
And so
basically.
Exactly. And so saying that and comparing it to today, motherfuckers say that we big up Martin Luther King for the I Have a Dream speech, but on the back end of that, right before he was assassinated, he had another speech where he was talking about
I fucked up. The dream. It was a nightmare. I had a nightmare.
Yeah, I think that's the one when he
talking
said he led his people
to a burning building, basically.
now.
You feel me? And it's understanding that a lot of times by design, by program, by systematic agenda, you got these, I don't want to necessarily call it puppets, because again, these views of Martin Luther King, not necessarily, I'm not as invested or even care that much to say whatever, but it is understanding that you can't have, because you feel like, okay, bet I'm in this bitch rapping about, maybe it start out me missing my dead homie, right? I'm grieving, and so I'm talking about missing my dead homie, and I know who killed my dead homie, so now I'm rapping about get back on who killed my dead homie, and that's the context of the song, and that's some street shit. But once I get further along, and like you said, that's who I'm appealing to, because they understand what I'm going through. They gonna understand my pain. But now I've progressed, whether that was because of the money, whether that was because a nigga started opening books, I got deeper into my religion, whatever the fucking case. Now I'm not thinking street shit no more, and I'm thinking about all the selfish decisions that because I believe that the streets is a selfish decision. You can sit back and say like, oh man, I gotta take care of my mama, but it's certain shit that you doing that's gonna take care of your mama that may fuck around, turn around, and harm your mama. So it's like, it's a real cut, what they say, double-edged sword type decision.
Yeah, I don't think that shit double-edged sword, G. That shit really be selfish. Niggas be thinking about what they want
on me,
at the time,
on me.
Bro. Like, even with niggas that be having, like I ain't gonna say, like, it ain't nobody out here that done went to the streets because, nigga, they literally did not have anything to eat type shit. But once you get that something to eat and you realize, oh, I can get something to eat and I could get me, everything changes. Bro. It becomes a self thing. Now it's like, okay, I'm taking care of my people, but if that's the case, then when a motherfucker comes to you and asks you for something, you should always have it.
On me.
You should never be like, I don't got it. If
me.
that's what you're
if
doing,
you doing it for this.
You see
on
what
me.
I'm saying? Like, if you're doing it to make sure your people good and your people straight, that mean, nigga, when I need a car, you should buy me this car. When I need this, but you know what I'm saying? It don't never work out like that. First motherfucker be like, I need. Now, okay, now it has become a self thing. So, it always be like that, though, but.
Well, yeah.
And I think, and saying that, I believe that understanding that you can, I feel like niggas, like you just said, you can say fuck the streets from the perspective that you sit at now, because you saw like, damn, it's so many things that I lost and gained in this shit, but that decision that I made, though the streets influenced, I ain't gonna stunt. And you say classroom, but I'ma just say life outside of the streets or the classroom is lessons that we can be taught if we search for those lessons. One thing that I respect about you, bro, and your journey of doing what you did was us having a conversation about you seeking knowledge.
Yeah.
And so it's understanding that if you want to know some shit, it's information, and then you can jump in and get your experience in it, but knowing that the streets ain't never truly crowned nobody. Like
Nobody,
it ain't never really gave nobody that.
Somebody, even the kings that we call kings of David, King
like,
Larry.
Them niggas is locked the fuck up.
Or
Been locked up all they fucking had. No life.
2026.
How the fuck you a king and you're in
your ass? Yeah, and niggas gonna honor you as such.
and motherfuckers just gonna call you that. Your ass a slave, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You on 20, what 20, 23 and 1?
I wouldn't know.
Fucking lockdown with these niggas, bro.
Yeah.
But no, it's crazy because before y'all switch topics and move on, like, I think we had a conversation about this shit. And I feel like the backlash for the, like, I don't think, because they were trying to make it seem like, damn, these grown-ass niggas got something to say about other grown-ass niggas saying fuck the streets type shit. Because, you know, niggas was like, quote-unquote, getting into it or fake indirectly sneak this in each other, this, that, and the third. But I feel like what it was niggas started saying fuck the streets when all the snitch shit started happening. Like, once everybody started, oh, this nigga a snitch, that nigga a snitch, we just seen Lil Meech or whatever the fuck telling, we just seen Woo. All this shit started going on.
Thug to get back cool, but Gunna's
you see what
supposed
I'm
to be
saying?
a snitch.
Yeah, so you see what I'm saying? I feel like everybody
Niggas can't be picking and choosing when they want to fuck the streets.
and that's and I feel like that's what the backlash was. I think it was niggas that was basically saying like,
it wasn't fuck the streets with thugging. It was out here doing that shit.
Yeah, and they trying
was
to
blowing
make it
at
seem
Lucci,
like-
and them and Lucci was blowing back.
Yeah.
It wasn't fuck the streets then.
it wasn't then for like it wasn't y'all niggas ain't had none of that shit to say, and then it's kind of like
6ix9ine start getting on niggas' ass because
you
6ix9ine
knew what
like
the fuck was
damn.
going on.
I'm snitching. I told whatever,
and
but
motherfuckers canceled me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like niggas let me get away with rainbow hair, all type of shit I should have been canceled for, but niggas canceled me because I quote unquote snitched. But it's like y'all or the culture is like justifying this code of morality or whatever the fuck the case may be, bro. And it's like I feel like the niggas that's defending it, or not, I don't even want to say defending the streets. I feel like they point of view from this shit is exactly what you said, Precious. Being in the streets is a decision that you make, right? So once you make that decision, you supposed to, and this is quote unquote, because we all know that's why it's so many fucking snitches, that niggas don't take what come with this shit.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, you're supposed to take accountability.
But in all actuality, if niggas really took accountability, like, all right, I'm not gonna say shit, ain't no type of snitching, then it's like nigga wouldn't like the streets of, I don't want to say the streets would be a better place because it'll still be killings and murders and shit like that, but the perception of the streets
would be a better place because pedestrians wouldn't be in the streets. Imagine we're literally driving and it's niggas without the white man saying go. It's niggas just crossing the street that's not supposed to be there. That's not in cars. What happens is so many niggas get in the streets.
Yeah, and that's what they said.
That you're not even supposed to be here.
And it's crazy.
You're not even supposed to be here,
sidewalk
bro.
clear, streets crowded as fuck.
Yeah. So
That's
it's like,
all it is.
It ain't too many niggas sitting on porches no more.
And not to defend it, because at the end of the day, nigga, it's, you know what I'm saying, like, fuck the streets. Niggas done lost every motherfucker, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, the goal of the streets has always been to get the fuck out. It's never been to be in this shit and glorify this shit for fucking ever. So it's like, it's always.
And the goal is to get out because, like you said, you gonna go to jail. You gonna get hit upside. You gonna get hit
trying to get
upside
as
your
much
shit.
money as you can.
Yeah, you
before
go.
any of that shit happens.
Shit is going to, and not to say going to jail for it, but it's gonna be a many of things that could possibly happen to you in the streets.
Rob you, kick your dough in, any fucking
you done
thing.
took too many losses. You done had to do other shit to other niggas to get shit back because you done lost shit.
Now the feds watching you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just
you got to stand on morals and all type of principle and business because you can't look like a bitch. Now you got to go do some shit, and it's just, you know what I'm saying. So it's going.
It's not a fair game.
That shit harder than college.
It's not, bro.
It is,
bro. That
and
shit not.
The risk rate for motherfuckers, the risk to reward ratio is not a high one at all because again, the motherfuckers that do make it, like you said, you might as well be stepping on 100 or whatever other motherfuckers who didn't make it. Like you damn near struggle with, like you was talking about. You have those who struggle with depression, survivor's remorse, like because
Random
they like,
tears.
damn, how the fuck did I make it out? And my homie who I was with every day didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Moving along though, moving along. I wanted to talk about my nigga Drewski. Did you see Drewski do the church thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen niggas in the church thing do the church thing.
So first and foremost, will we call Drewski a comedian at this point?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Entertainer, comedian.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Damn, what y'all was calling him at first?
A content creator, I guess. Shit, but at this point, and I mean this built up to comedian. You know, with the skits,
and I guess, and that's what I was about to say, because he's not like
stand-up
traditional comedian. He's not a nigga who did stand up, been in movies.
Mojo Brooks doing actual stand up now. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and a lot of other comedians, the Country Wayne, niggas who do
stand up.
But niggas who
Drewski is more of an entertainer, and even when he on stage for niggas, it's more of a he can make you laugh, but it ain't stand up comedy.
Yeah, thinking about could have been records. Like that's a whole like production. That's content more so than just.
But it's
I get
comedy.
What you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So at this point, we'll call Drewski a comedian.
Yeah.
Am I the only? I know I'm not the only person. I feel like, and I don't want to say anything, but I feel like comedians can joke about anything.
Yes.
Like I like if I'm looking at if I'm watching a stand up. If I'm watching comedy shit, movies or whatever, I feel like you can cross every line.
Yeah.
The religion line, the LGBTQ community line, the church line, the whatever line you want to cross. If you a comedian, you can cross that line with me because I like comedy and I want to laugh. And if it's funny, it's funny. And I'm not. We make jokes about whites. Whites want to make jokes about us. If it's valid and it's funny. You know what I'm saying? So the church thing was most definitely funny.
Yeah.
And it was just weird. Not even weird to see the backlash because you know church people be church people.
You knew Drewski knew they was gonna eat his ass.
But Drewski has had the reputation now of not giving a fuck who he pissed off. The fraternities, the sororities. The nigga had his own. I just knew I was going to hear about a Miss Rachel lawsuit on Drewski that I've yet to hear about.
Do that, Miss Rachel?
But Drewski, the white face, Drewski has overstepped limits that niggas have not touched. And then niggas joke about church and niggas, but Drewski is live. Who is letting him rent these spaces out? That was a real church, bro.
On me.
So. Yeah. Drewski has become one of my favorite funny niggas on the internet because he has legit oversteps damn near every boundary to overstep.
And so, and it's just like random, but the job of a court jester, like in kingdoms and shit, like the niggas used to have a clown shit, whatever that they make the Joker. His role was important because, like, he was to entertain the king
to keep him from killing
doing
niggas.
irrational shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, come make me laugh. And so, in that regard, I feel like comedians are placed with a certain kind of, I guess, for lack of better words, or I can't really explain it, but I'll just say a get out of jail free card.
You gotta give him grace.
And yes, grace is the perfect word. Because you understand that first and foremost, this place that I'm coming from is genuinely of laughter, genuine, and we love laughter. You feel me? Laughter is, you think about crying, laughter is the opposite of that. You know what I'm saying? And so, and it's a medicine.
And it feels good when you're damn near dying, laughing, crying.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's understanding that as long as this isn't done with honestly ill intent or misinformation, because that's the biggest thing.
Intentional.
Like I feel like the thing that we can say about the shit that make Drewski shit so funny,
it's the truth.
It's the truth. Every time.
Is he's not got in none of these skits, none of these costumes, none of this shit.
I saw a nigga spitting in a nigga's face and smacking spit in a nigga's face, bro.
Like,
and I thought it was a skit, but no, that was real church.
Yeah. Like, this is shit that's genuinely going on. And so the fact that he's able to mimic it in such a way that'll make motherfuckers laugh and make others mad, because again, I'm sure a joke is always gonna be at, I won't necessarily say at somebody's expense, but I believe that it's called a punchline for a reason. Motherfucker gonna feel that bitch. It's so if you don't feel it, then that nigga's probably not that funny. For real. And so the fact that he's able to effectively get his points across and express this time that we living in, because all he doing is sharing the wild ass world that we living in.
And we
today.
already talked about how wild the pastors in the churches be. We already talk about. And we
Everybody
laugh
talk
and
about
make
that
jokes
shit
about
all
it
the time.
already. So and he wasn't talking about God. He wasn't talking about religion. He was talking about you motherfucking pastors at your churches and how y'all be, what y'all be on and what it look like y'all be on. Not to say y'all not men of God. Not to say y'all on some portraying something that you ain't. But he was just showing what we already see and things that we already question.
Yeah.
Like, why is the pastor driving a Rolls Royce and it's poor people in the congregation? Why do you live in a $3.5 million home? And I live down here.
And you got us paying tithes for the roof to get fixed. Nigga, you can't just fix the roof.
And this bitch still
What you
leaking.
talking about? Like,
You know what I'm saying? So, and not to go off on the church shit.
yeah. Hey,
But yeah, shout out to Drewski, man. I like Drewski has most definitely been a nigga that has come in and you knew you liked him at first, but then it was like,
yeah,
I fuck with this nigga.
Yeah, and shout out to the art of comedy and allowing, because like you said, I feel like the greatest gift in comedy is grace. Understanding that you're allowing somebody to tell life stories from a perspective that usually we would cringe at or usually we would, cry at, but because we know that it's happening, all you can do is laugh. Like, and that's why I fuck with laughter, because there's an understanding that the world is already so rough enough. Why I'ma walk through adding to that when it's time for me to tweak, be angry, whatever the case may be. Cool, I make time for it. But if you can find a way to make me laugh in the midst of the bullshit, I'm all like, that's damn near at least top 3 currencies in my life. If a motherfucker can make me laugh consistently, more than likely you'll have a good spot in my life. Like, because that's, again, medicine. That's energy that is irreplaceable. So yeah, like you say, shout out to Drewski, like, for doing his thing and being that.
And before we wrap up with a personal perspective, I just want to give a hometown shout out to our Chicago Bears, man. Yeah. We've come a long way this year. A complete turnaround from last year. I think we only won like 4 or 5 games last year. We beat our rivals for forever, Green Bay. We've beat them twice. We got the Rams this week. We are way past what people thought our progression would be. There were people that said we wouldn't win more than 9 games. That was the projection for us before the season started, that we wouldn't win 9 games. And now we're here in week 13 or 14 in the playoffs, one of the hottest teams rolling in the league right now. And it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time, and it feels good to be, which it feels good every day to be from Chicago. But with your football team being at the top, it feels even better.
Yeah. I feel like football energy of all the sports that I've watched is definitely different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
American.
saying? Like,
American.
yeah. Like, it's definitely a lot of camaraderie in it and a lot of like connection, because the shit that they be doing in split seconds and blinks of an eye, that should be amazing.
Athletic.
Like, damn near, yeah. You really got to be on point. So definitely shout out to the Bears, man. They damn near I know we've been having good Sundays this year. It's
Sundays,
aided us in family time and connection and just good food
Laughter.
and vibes. Man, so many laughs, so many just interesting moments. So yeah, it's definitely been a good season. They finna play their second game
Yeah,
Sunday.
games of the playoff.
Yeah, on me.
So we rolling. We rolling. It ain't like basketball. It ain't too many games. It's one. You only get one shot.
Yeah.
Do not miss your chance to. You know.
They it's what is this game and then another game.
Another game. Then I think the third game would be like the conference game.
Facts.
Then so hey, my nigga.
But it's not a lot of football left though. They only got like probably 1 or 2 more games.
February.
Yeah.
Shit, it's Super Bowl time.
Yeah.
Early
February. The 8th.
Around Valentine's Day type shit.
I want to say like the
before.
8th
Yeah,
this
so
year.
yeah,
Some shit.
It's 1 or 2 games left, 3 games, some shit like that. Yeah, it's over with.
So we're gonna see.
Shout out to the Bears, man. Like I said, I think for everybody, with the projection that we had, even if I'm not gonna say that, no matter what happens, we gonna feel good about our season this year.
Yeah. And wrapping with a Precious perspective, short, sweet, elevate, use wherever you are, use whatever environment you exist in, whether it's the streets, whether it's the classroom, whether it's your crib, use that environment to uplift your thought process, uplift your habits, uplift those around you as well, because understanding that you really not gonna go too far if you're not operating within the proper alignment of wherever you are. So just be sure to make sure that you do that background check on your environment, on yourself, in order to progress. And then going into something that Boogie was talking about earlier, just quick fasting. Make sure that you fasting from different things just to keep your mind sharp, just to keep you ready for the next levels that you're going to encounter for this year and the next. And with that, we out.
I'll go get this fucking son of mine.